And this is a question, quite honestly, you should be asking every time you interview. And I will tell you 99.9% of the time people don't ask it. And I will tell you this, if you did ask this question, the likelihood of you getting the job or getting the offer, is truly what you're trying to do is get the offer here, increases incrementally. And what this question is this: do you have any questions about my ability to do this job? Now, the reason why you're going to ask this question is this, and you may think that this is a question that, wow, this is, I'm putting them on the spot. Yeah, you're not necessarily putting them on the spot. What you're doing is you're asking for clarity. You're asking for whether or not you're in the running for this job, but more importantly is this: have I been clear in answering your questions to your satisfaction? That's what this question is. This question is, you asked me a question, I answered it. Did I answer it in a way that you expected and that you could get a clear picture to make a decision in the affirmative on that, yeah, I'm the right person for the job? And so many times, what ends up happening is we are so nervous during an interview that we forget things, that we leave aspects out, that we are thinking about 10 questions ahead, and we're not truly answering the question that they had. And what happens is this: if somebody asks you a question in an interview and you don't answer it in a way that they can understand and get a clear picture of what you do, how you do it, why you did it, fill out all those blanks kind of thing for them. They're going to fill in the blanks themselves. And the way they're going to fill in the blanks is this: they're going to fill it in with the negative. The way they're going to fill it is he or she or them, they don't have the skill. They can't do this for me. You may not have even said to them, no, I have not done that. But by omission, they're going to fill the blank with the negative. And because they're going to fill the blank with the negative, that may impact whether or not they hire you. It may impact, if they do hire you, the offer that they give you, or they may offer you a job at a lower level because they think you have some way to go in the organization, or you have some way to go in your skills and you're not quite there, and they're going to put you in a lower level, lower pay than what you're interviewing for originally. So it's really important to make sure that they are given an opportunity, if they haven't done so already through the process, to basically say, yeah, you mentioned X. Can you go into a little bit more detail? And part of the reason is this: they're going to fill it with a negative. And if they fill that part with a negative, for them to move off of that is going to be near impossible once it sits. Because once it sits, it becomes fact for them. It's just human nature. That's how we operate as humans. We just say, okay, we didn't get the information we need. They don't know it. That's it. And I'm going to tell you, it's happened in my career too, where I've gone and I've interviewed and I've talked about different things in jobs internally that people know who I am. We're 6 months down the road, we're going down a project, and the boss goes, I didn't know you could do this. No, we talked about it. I told you I could do it, but I didn't check for understanding. I didn't check to make sure that she understood or they understood exactly that, yeah, I have done this before. I'm effective at delivering this, and that, there was all this. So it again, it all worked out in the end, but it's important that you ask this question. All right, that was our 100 questions. This one was a really long one. I'm telling you this because it is so important that you nail and you ask this question during the interview when you're coming to the end of it. Remember to do some basic things. Remember to thank them for it. Do some old school things like write a thank you letter or thank you email. Uh, not just at the time of the interview. Make sure you get the information on who you're interviewing with so you can reach out to those people. I will tell you sometimes we're doing going old school and actually writing a handwritten note, even though you've sent an email too. It's one of those things to make sure that you're constantly in front of the hiring decision maker. And you might think it's kind of old school, but sometimes the old school stuff actually still works. And it means that you've put some thought and that you're truly eager to making sure that you want this job. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me over these last 100 questions. This took over 3 months to get through. I'm working actually on the next series, because honestly, this was something I really enjoyed doing. Throughout this whole process, I've really upped my game. I've now got a green screen, so I have now, a better background than what I had before, more professional lights and all this other stuff. Um, again, this was something for me historically that has been difficult. This was something that I've worked on to improve my skills, and I hope it was something that was helpful to you as well. All right. Take care, and I will see you in the next offering. Take